Welcome to Silver Nugget Adventure. We're going to start a series of vlogs looking at what we keep in the van and where. As you know, this is my day-to-day vehicle, so we're going to kick off with showing you how the van's set up for day-to-day use. We'll start off in the front of the van and then work our way towards the back, which is probably my favourite bit, and I can't wait to show you the cupboard at the back as well. We use this van for all of our family day-to-day tasks, whether it's the school run, shopping, whatever. So let's have a look around at what we keep. So we're going to start at the front, and as you can see, we've got a bit of a selection here. Obviously in the current pandemic, we've got our masks, alcohol gel, a couple of torches, a little bit of tools. We've got a Leatherman and a multi-tool in there. First aid kit. I don't know how many times we've had to use that already, so always a really good addition. And we've got some obviously wipes, sunglasses and some spare bags in there as well. We always carry a bottle of water for emergency use, and I quite like to keep one just in case I want that kind of ad hoc cup of tea as well. So coming into the driver's seat, if I pull the visor down, in here you'll see we keep our membership and parking permits for our local attraction, so we've always got them in the van. Moving over to the passenger side of the van, the Ford Nugget has a lockable glove box, which is amazing. So what we keep in there is things like medicines that we might need. We also keep keys, for example, for the water access and also for our bike rack as well. In the storage compartment of the passenger door, very similarly, we've got our masks, alcohol gel, a torch, keep a spare USB lead, and then you'll see a selection of my notebooks, things I can jot some ideas down, spare glasses, sunglasses, and on the bottom we've got a 12-volt pump. You'll see later on in one of our later vlogs, we vacuum pack our bedding, so if we did decide to do that on a return journey, we've got access to a pump at all times. So let's go in the back. As you can see, I'm crouching down a little bit. I've purposefully left the roof down because that's how it is day to day for us. I'll put as much information as I can in the description for this video in regard to some of the products that you'll see. So we've bought these hooks ever since we had the van and they have been amazing. Just really good storage option, whether it's cycling helmets, coats. This is usually what we like on a day to day. We've got a tissue box that I've just put on there, a couple of coats, and then we've got our dustpan and brush and a pop-up bin. It serves a dual purpose for us. Usually it's hanging on one of those hooks there. Unfortunately I have got a child that sometimes is travel sick, so it's quite good to have an option nearby. And what I found is if I line it with a portable potty liner, which has got an absorbent pad rather than a bin liner, then that's really helpful if one does get a bit of travel sickness. When we're at site, what we do is we move that bin then to the rear kitchen. So now let's head to the back of the van. So in this section of the corridor, we've got our carbon monoxide and smoke alarm, and we've also got this handy cupboard. In here we keep all of our outdoor chairs, and if you have a look in Top Tips episode number 2, you'll see how compact they are and how they work for us. We used to keep them under the kitchen, but this works much better. And we've also got a bag in there which has got all of our Crocs or similar shoes that we can just wear when we're at site. What I keep in here as well is some expandable storage. So these are really good if I'm doing the weekly shop, for example, or if we wanted somewhere to store shoes when we're at site. So let's have a quick overview of what we keep in the kitchen area. Under the kitchen worktop, this is where we keep our foldable stool and the indoor table and leg. Up, we've got our cutlery drawer. So I've got a selection of things in there. Really love these smaller handled utensils. I keep my herbs that I use in these little containers, and again I'll put more information in the description. On the top here, these have been really good. So they're just some storage boxes, but it stops any drips and spills from going onto the actual unit. Obviously we've got suntan lotion, soap, washing up liquid, a selection of things as you can see, my salt, pepper, ketchup, which is a necessity for our family. And then this is one of my favourite things. This is my Mammy emergency jar. So in this jar, I've got everything that I'm going to need for those ad hoc stops. Like I showed you earlier, we always carry a bottle of water. I keep a kettle in the van, and this has got everything that I could need to have my cup of tea. I carry these UHT milk cartons, and also I've got a small pack of biscuits, raisins, snacks for the children. So it's kind of a little bit of everything in there. The fridge is usually empty because it's off when we're not planning to go anywhere. But this is really handy if we're picking up a takeaway or some shopping. It keeps everything, especially bottles and milk, etc., quite safe. So moving to these cupboards, as you can see, we've got our fire blanket, extinguisher, and then we've got a selection of food storage and some foldable water bottles. Also got this little handy leveller. What do you call this?
Spirit level?
Spirit level, I can't remember. If we did need that on site as well. In this cupboard, I always keep this box, which has got a little bit of emergency food, so beans, crackers, custard, sweet corn, that kind of thing. And then I've got my GSI Outdoors kind of kitchen utensils, plates, etc. And if you have the GSI Outdoor Bugaboo. And if you have a look in our product playlist, episode 1, there's some more information on that product there. On the bottom shelf then, I keep our snack box, and then I've got a selection of kettles. So this is my collapsible kettle that I use on the stove, and then I use this when we've got electric hookup. This is my collapsible electric kettle. The other thing just to note is when we first got the van, I put this rubber matting on all of the shelves. I need to replace this bottom one and order some more, but it just stops everything from moving around and making a noise. So this, we don't store anything in there. It's more of a utility cupboard, and you've got to leave some space because of the vents. This is the mat we've got at the back of the van. We've cut it to fit there, and we've got Velcro tape that keeps it down in place. You may want to get a thinner option. We quite like this mat, so when we need to access the cupboard, we just lift it up in order to open the cupboard door. There's probably about a centimetre or so gap there, so if you've got a thinner mat, I don't think you'd need to worry about removing the mat. So in this cupboard is our toilet. During the summer months, we do keep it in use mode throughout the week, because with after school trips as well as trips away, we're in a bit of routine sorting that out. At the back there's some storage for some small amounts of toilet chemicals if you need them, and then we've got a small air freshener in there as well. This is my favourite cupboard. This is a family camper van, and what I've done is just make this work for us as a family of 4. I've used the height that we've got in this cupboard, and I've obviously labelled everything. I'm a big fan of a labeller in the house, and I've transferred that to the camper van, and hopefully other members of the family will know where to put things by.
I wouldn't bank on that too much.
That's the plan anyway. So I'm going to give you a quick overview, and I will do further vlogs on the detail of what I keep to keep the kids entertained, what I keep in our outdoor rucksack down the line. So let's have a look. These inbuilt shelves that come with a Ford Nugget, I've put the things that we don't necessarily need regularly, but we would need access to potentially down the line. So things like spare tea towels, cloths, spare toilet roll. We've got things like foldable storage that we bring out when we're on site, laundry bags, pegs, some tools. So we've got things like a mallet. On this shelf here, I keep a spare set of clothes and also a picnic blanket. And then on the bottom shelf, we've got some hats, we've got some tennis balls, and also here is our toiletries bag. These 2 rucksacks are their welly bags, so they've got wellies in them and 2 pairs of socks. And then I've got these storage bags, which are amazing. So in here, I've got winter and summer hats, sunglasses, etc. And then in this bag is our pack up waterproofs. We store at the back the tool to use for the wind out awning, and that fits nicely there. Behind this storage unit, I keep some tennis rackets, some nets for the beach, and as you can see in this unit here, I've got a selection of things to keep the children entertained. These are fixed using the sticky Velcro, which has been amazing, and these hooks as well I've put in place with some glue dots. They don't move, but they're really, really useful. This rucksack is ready to go for any outdoor kind of excursions we go on, and then on the bottom is a box full of outdoor toys. Hopefully you've enjoyed this really quick overview. We will do further vlogs looking specifically at the type of things we keep in the kitchen in regard to keeping the children entertained, so please subscribe if you enjoy what we're doing.